All right, I got my mic turned on. Screen recorder's good. Let me go ahead and start this session. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm running a little late today, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen. All right, that's good. All right, let's see what we got. Thank you. Let me clean some of this stuff up real quick. Take this off. Take that off. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, we'll go ahead and start drawing our levels up. Same thing we do every day. Turn on our sessions indicator. Make sure we're on the 5 minute. Draw our high and low, highest point and lowest point from yesterday. So, right about here. Change that to yellow. I gotta get rid of these ones here. Sometimes I forget to take them off from the previous day that we traded on. So I'm gonna draw up some fresh zones. So we got the low from yesterday right here. Then we need the high from yesterday. It's right here. Let me make sure this. Okay, now we need the previous day. Previous day high and low. The highest point from Monday right here. And the lowest point from Monday. Always get 2 days of data from the day that you're trading on. So if you're trading on, what's today? Wednesday. So let's say you're trading yesterday, which was Tuesday. You would need Mondays and Fridays data, like highs and lows from both of those days. So those will give you key areas of where price wants to make a big move from. So that's the importance of drawing your highs and low from one previous or two previous trading sessions. So once we get that done, we'll turn that off. And then we'll see where we're at. Turn on our market post. We'll start at today is Wednesday, so let's start on the daily. Let's start on the daily time frame. Let's go to the 1 day. Okay, so the closest thing we got to price right here on the daily is this breaker structure here. That's closest to current price. So based off of how price looks trapped from this high to this low, right here to here, if it breaks out of this high, it's going to target this breaker structure right here. If it breaks out of this low, it's going to target this low here. So let's do this. Let's draw a rectangle across this order block. Because if it happens to break through all these lines here, from 1, 2, and 3, this is where it's going to target overall. But this first one here, if it breaks this, that would be a big resistance for it. That's all these really are. It's like strong resistance areas where price, strong support or resistance where price should like struggle at or where it would look to reverse at. That's what these daily or previous day highs and lows are. It's like super strong support and resistance. Okay, so let's see. We got this 4-hour market structure break right here, but it looks like price already tapped back into it with this wick. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. So we can draw this one up, but this is a like really tight range. If we draw that here from the 4-hour market structure break, we'll change the color, the blue. And this one was already tapped into, so this one isn't really valid anymore. Because if you look here, it made this breaker structure. Price came down, all the way down to here, came up, tapped back into it, and came down, came back into it. So it hit it like 3 times right there. So this one isn't really valid. So we don't need to draw that up. If you notice that price tapped into it multiple times, you don't really need to draw that recent one there. So we'll look at this one. This one might be good because there's only wicks that tapped into it right here. This market structure break. You see this here? There's no bodies that came into it. So it just left a bunch of liquidity. You want the body to come into your area to like invalidate it. So if this area, like up here, just had wicks coming into it, it still would be valid. But if you look here, full body candle here, full body candle here, and here. So this breaker structure is no longer valid. So we'll look at this one here, this market structure break. And if you notice, there's just wicks tapping into it. The body almost tapped into it, but not quite. So it's still valid. So we can draw that one up there. So if it closed below here, this yellow line, this blue line here will be the next area that it'll like possibly reverse from. Then if it breaks that, it'll target this, and then break. If it breaks that, it'll just find the next, which is way down here. This is another level I had drawn up from a while ago. Let me get rid of that. Actually, we can leave that up there. We'll leave that there. Let's draw a rectangle across this order block here from the 4 hour. So let's go to the 1 hour. This, it looks like it's just gonna chop today, like based off of how tight these ranges are, and then you got order blocks right above and below like key levels, like this order block here, and then this order block here. So what price could do, reject here, push into this order block here, which is at multiple support areas from like the 4 hour, like right here, this market structure break that we just looked at. That's this here that I was just talking about. It was just liquidity that was made into this market structure break from the 4 hour. And then there's also liquidity right here at the previous day low. So you got a 4 hour level here. As you go to the 1 hour, you got a 1 hour order block. So this would be a super strong support. We'll go ahead and draw this. We're going to do it like this though. So if price returns here and breaks below this whole box, it's definitely gonna like free fall because that's a strong between this order block from the 1 hour, this market structure break from the 4 hour, this blue line, and then this yesterday's low, or yeah, that was yesterday's low right here. These are all super strong support. So if it breaks that, we'll target this higher low here. Actually, let's look at the half hour for a target. We'll target this last blue candle or green candle right here. Target that one. And we'll turn this white. So we know that's a smaller time frame.
So
What's up? Oh, let's see. Yeah, this is a lot of resistance here. Let's do this. Okay, now let's look at the hold on 15 minute. Let's break this down a little bit more to get a more precise entry. Let's see. Here. Now, price normally it goes for like the order blocks that's farther away, but seeing how close these ones are to each other, like there's like literally no room in between them. They're just overlapping each other. So what price could do is tap into the first one, then pull back down, find some liquidity to sweep, and then go right back up and then push to all of these ones and try to take liquidity out of one, two, three, and four, these four order blocks. And then it could just tank from there. But if it did happen to get through all of these order blocks, then it's going to have a massive run all the way up to here, which is from here to here. It's like 600 and something points. So we'll have to break through all of this to get all the way up here. And it like eventually once it do, this is going to be a big and quick move because the stronger the resistance or support is, like once it break through it, then it's just all that liquidity built up that's just letting it run that was from these massive strong levels. So got the 15 minute. Let's look at the 5. All right, let's make this smaller. So right about there. To get like a sniper entry, we want to enter right here. And then for, yeah, like right here, we'll enter here for shorts. To get like little to no drawdown, we'll enter around here. And then for longs, we'll enter around here. Either the breakout of here or a breakout from here. Like this top, the top of the box or the bottom of the box. But we can also try to catch shorts before then. Like coming off of this order block here, can catch shorts to maybe here. Let's see. No. So we'll draw this. Now we only need to draw this order block up. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's look at the 5 minute. Let's put a rectangle around this. This here. Let's do that. Because it could come down here, take this out, target this order block, and then come back up here to retarget this, like retest this order block, and then drop down from there. So let's draw that up and then look at the 1 minute. Let's make that smaller. We could have taken the short to here, but it's not really worth it to me. So I'm just gonna delete this line here. Let's see. Yeah, that looked like a good area to take longs from because it's a 15-minute order block. It left with market structure break, and then it's also in line with a 5 minute order block and a 1 minute order block. So we can look to long from there to here. Yeah. Hold on, let me turn on and see if there's any gaps before I decide that I want to take that trade from either one of those. Let me turn that off. Turn on our gaps. see if there's any liquidity sitting there. No, but there is all this liquidity sitting in that order block there. This is the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and the 1 minute. So we got a 4 hour low and a higher low, and we got a 1 hour low. All in this order block here. So that's a lot of liquidity that needs swept. And I definitely don't want to take shorts where I was saying we could have because this gap here, like there's just this liquidity here. That's like really it could target like in this within this range here. So could take that liquidity, come into this fair value gap, and then just start pushing right back up. Um, say the 1 hour. Yeah, we'll try to take longs from there. If it breaks through that though, then it'll be targeting. Let's see, what's that? Five. So from this blue box here, the bottom of it, to this is a daily level liquidity. That's how many points is that? About 47 points. So let's do that. Let's draw that right here. Maybe somewhere around here for that liquidity. Let's turn this purple. Yeah, but trying to go short inside of a bullish order block is a dangerous game to be playing. So right here. Like once we return here, we'll look to long. Let's see. Mm, actually, I just noticed that this. Let me see how this looks. This gap here on the 15 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's adjust that. And then let's look at 2 minute. Let's see, 1 minute. So it looked like it could be two possible entries, either from a breakout outside of this gap, like once it gets filled and price comes outside of it, we could take longs, or we can wait for it to come deep inside this order block here and then take longs with a breakout outside of here, which this one here, it has more liquidity. This the gap is just like a smaller time frame liquidity, like that compared to the 1 hour, this 4 hour, like lows right here. These are a lot stronger than this one. So I would rather take longs with a break outside of this box here compared to taking longs outside of this box here. This one holds a lot more weight than this one does. But that's just two possible entries that, based off of this order block and this order block, is given. Just that. So if we can get a breakout outside of here or here, we would target the top of this order block for like a full TP. And we would target this market structure break for a first TP. Say 18,650. Let's see how that looks. Let me do this. Let's turn that white. And then let's go to the 5 minute. Yeah, that look about right. So a breakout from here, like this box, to this white line here. Or a breakout from this box to that white line. And then if it breaks below this box here, we would target this for TP1. And then TP2 would be all the way down here. Alright, we got our trade ideas set up. Now we just wait and see what the market gives us. Actually, if we close, let me see. No, from here to here. That would be a possible short, quick short in and out, like from here to here. Because if you notice, this wasn't tapped into yet. Right here, this market structure break. So if it were to close below here, we could target that. Let me see what this looks like. Turn some of these gaps off. Yeah, that could be a possible short. Take, let me see, where was that at? Right there. If it could come back into here and start to reject, we could possibly do a sell from here to here. And we'll put our stop above this white line. That'll be a tight stop. So you wouldn't really be risking too much. Oh, it's not even giving us the entry. Okay, so it took that out. Now if it could return back to here, then we'll look to short where it just made that order block right here. If it returns back there and reject, we'll let's see. It might not, because this is a lot of bullish momentum coming in. So I'll take that off. Since it took that out already. We could enter here with the close of a bullish or bearish candle, and we'll just target this here. So if it closed bearish here, we could enter, or if it closed bearish here, we could enter, and we'll target this box here. So let's wait and see. But if it gets back above this and close bullish, it's going to target this before we could take a short. So we'll just wait and see what price does. So let's see. If we did this here, yeah. Let's do shorts here. Let's do one contract. We'll put our stops above this candle, the last candle, the last bearish candle. And we'll do the take profit uh, at the top of this box. It'll be 18,577 for a take profit. All right, so the first one was the loss. 300, down 300. So now we'll wait for price to come into this
Well,
box or this box.
why did you lose? Why did you use a stop loss, bro? We don't do that out there.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna go down too. That's just 300. That's a small loss compared to what we make. I don't like that there's no liquidity really around. Besides,
I still, I still think sells now.
yeah.
It's not looking really bullish.
Let's see what we got. Are you in any trades? Are you in sales right now? Or did you not take any trades?
No, not yet. I'm just gonna. No, yesterday, but not today. I'm gonna wait for open. And we have FOMC as well.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, it's at 1 o'clock. I don't is it FOMC or is what's his name just speaking?
it's FOMC.
Oh,
No, it's FOMC.
mm. All right, so let me see. Let me put a line across the bottom of this
Yeah.
consolidation right here. Right here. And then let's look at the 5.
It is just the speaker. Yeah, Wen's microphone is a little trippy, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the headset that I have. It's, I had this for a while, so that could be part of it.
Oh, you meant FOMC, yeah, but bro, it's Powell speaking, bro. Powell speaking as always. Fuck.
So if we can break above this white line here, this is the bottom of a half-hour consolidation, and then this white line right above it is the 15-minute market structure break. So if we can get above here and close the bullish, I'll wait for this VWAP to flip green, and then we'll take longs, and we'll target this liquidity up here. Because if it breaks this, that's going to be a decent run up. But if it rejects, I don't know. This range is just getting too tight. Like it's getting closer to this box, and we're not really going anywhere. So that's kind of making me think that as soon as it taps into here, it's just gonna shoot up. I don't know. We'll see. See what price does. Wasn't there news to? Yeah, there was news. A red folder. There was two red folders, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, the first one didn't do shit.
They both didn't do shit.
Let's see. We'll take that one off. Yeah, I really want to take longs from here or here, like one of these boxes. Preferably this one, where there's liquidity that could be swept. This one is kind of iffy. But if we could get down here, we can get like a sniper entry. That'll be the best case scenario. All this liquidity right here. But that's risky to be trying to play it down to that area because it just keeps on trying to reject to the upside. So even if we did take shorts, we'll probably get chopped up on the way down. So it's really not worth it. The market open with like the volume and stuff kicks in, it could push it straight down to these order blocks here. I'm hoping that's what happens.
Fuck is this? Need Asia and London lows to get taken out first
I think
before
that's what
anything. Yeah,
those order
probably.
blocks. That's what that order block is. It's the very bottom one. This box right here. This have Asian lows in it right here. I think it's this like from the 4 hour Asian low, and this one here. Yeah, all this liquidity is lows and higher lows. That's why I said preferably we can come down here, take that liquidity, and then go up. I think it's gonna push down that market open though, and take take those areas out.
Just full port sales now, man. Yeah, why not?
That's up to you. If you want to take sales down to that area, y'all go for it. I'll be my guest. Go
I
ahead
would.
and let me know how that works out for y'all.
Full port it too. No stop loss. Stop losses are for pussies, bro.
Let's see. Yeah, everything is.
Next time I hear someone in here saying they use a stop loss, I'm gonna ban them. I'm kidding, of course. No, someone left.
They must use a stop loss.
Ellie is typing. Yeah, he always has something interesting to say. Ellie, do you have an account to full port on Powell today? Well, where the fuck am I?
I wouldn't be surprised if he says something and the market just rallies up. Like especially since we got this daily liquidity right here that haven't been swept yet. I would
Fuck,
imagine.
fuck. You said fuck Powell. He meant Trump should do a boxing match. What do you think of Gary Gensler, the SEC member?
Who the fuck is that? I never heard of that person.
He likes that's the guy that like um organized a lawsuit against XRP and stuff.
Oh, put him in jail. Get rid of him. I've
No,
never heard of that guy.
I think Trump is gonna fire him or he's already fired.
He was talking about firing
Oh, he stepped
Jerome.
out. He stepped down. Yeah, he was a fucking idiot, man. Like an
Most of them,
actual stupid.
most of them in like politics and stuff. These people, they're fucking, they're useless. That's why I don't get involved in it.
Yeah, does someone in here play did someone in here play GeoGuessr sometime or when they were young or stuff?
What is
I
it?
just started playing that stuff. GeoGuessr, man.
I never heard of
It's
that.
fun. Never heard of that?
No, what is it?
Anyone in here that has ever played that? So you basically get dropped like on the map in the world, and you have to guess where it is against someone else, and then who's the closest wins.
Like
It's kind of funny.
like what the hell is that game? Where
You, you,
what the fuck is it?
you get dropped in Google Street View, and then you have to guess where you are.
No, I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting though.
It's funny.
That sounds like Among Us. Whatever the hell it's called. I never played that neither.
mm, nah, it's not like that, but 6 minutes still open. All right.
Yeah, I think we'll take. I'm gonna get rid of this box here, actually, and go for that one. This is the one I really want. And we'll try to make our money back plus more.
I just want to see what the open is gonna do.
I think it's hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. None of these candles are really giving like a. This half hour maybe is showing bearish. But
4 hours bearish daily too. And look for longs.
let's
Longs are
just
gonna be. I think open is gonna manipulate up, and then we just go down another
oh
like
yeah
400 pips or something.
yeah
Or we're gonna range till Powell.
oh yeah that's a possibility.
There's like a 90% chance that that's gonna happen. Honestly. Did you see the fake news this morning or night for you?
There was there was more fake
There
news.
was fake news. That's why NQ just like shot up like 340 points in like what is this? In a half hour candle.
What was the
It just
news?
shot up like 350 points in London. Because there was some fake news that there was something with China and tariffs and stuff again.
They gotta use that to
Fucking
manipulate
funny,
the
bro.
shit. They gotta manipulate the shit out of the markets with that type of stuff. It's just news every day, and it's fake, and then nobody's gonna know what's what. And then the market's just it's just not gonna care at some point. They're just gonna keep doing the same thing, and the market's just gonna do what it does, like it usually do. It's not even gonna care about news at that point.
That was Powell, was it? Was Powell speaking in the morning?
He was up that early?
Yeah,
Damn.
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Powell.
So, do retirement homes let people get up that early? It looks like the short
Oh, did you see
idea.
that Trump raised the tariffs on China to 245%? So
Damn.
if China wants to buy something from the US, it's gonna cost 2.4 times as much as normal. That's a
Wait,
fucking joke,
wait.
bro.
What does he have against them? What did China do? I don't be keeping up with this stuff like
Yeah,
that. I just, what the hell?
China also had like China had decently high tariffs on the USA, but then the USA started making tariffs for them, and then China upped theirs, and now the USA is upping theirs again, and that's just how it's going right now. Because Trump is always doubling the tariff that China is giving him. So China made it 120% because he made it 120%,
Damn.
and then Trump made it 240%.
There's something wrong with them.
It can't be real. Like they can't actually like be doing that.
Just
It's
like
not
a
gonna
bunch of
work. Like
nah,
the world is just gonna collapse if they.
a bunch of preschoolers just going back and forth arguing with each
Okay,
other.
open is just flying up. Um, yeah, I know, 245%, bro.
Maybe we can.
But neither country has ever paid a penny in tariffs to the other. Yeah, no, they just make up the tariffs, and the country itself doesn't like pay them. But if you, I don't know, if you like own a business and you need some stuff from China, you're gonna have to pay the shit. The government is not gonna pay anything.
That's
They just
fucked
make up
up.
the tariffs for the people.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So if you want to buy an iPhone in the USA from China, it's gonna cost twice as much, or 120% more. And if someone in China wants to buy a Tesla, they're gonna pay 2.5 times the price.
That's crazy.
It's fucking nuts, bro.
Normally, this setup is the type of setup we would take, but seeing that it's right here at this 30-minute consolidation area, I'm not willing to take that. Especially when like the higher time frames are pointing towards the downside. I'm not willing to go against that. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sell soon, I think.
That's that's what I was looking for. I just don't know where I want to enter at. It's probably this order block up there that we have. Now, if this 5 minute though, if that can start to close above here, I'll look to take longs.
Yeah, but what the fuck is this candle? Oh, it's only like 80 points. Not that crazy.
Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think I want to look for shorts.
My Spotify is tripping out.
Huh?
Why can I not listen to this song, bro? What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on with my
How's
laptop.
YM doing? I'm actually looking at NQ and Burgess 9. Let's see YM. YM just got a nice reaction. On the zone I had thrown up.
My computer just started lagging. I don't know what the hell just happened.
YM looks cleaner, but
It always looks cleaner.
I'm just gonna wait for the lows right now. See what's gonna happen there. Because I had this zone drawn up and we did get a reaction, but I didn't get an entry. Oh yeah. Would have been a good trade to take though. Damn it.
So we'll probably try to short from here. That's interesting.
Good luck at the work, Artemis. Good luck at the work.
I don't know why this is lagging like that. Hold on, let me refresh this. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my screen. It's just lagging. It just started lagging out of nowhere. So right there, we'll try to look for shorts. But if it happens to break through all of that, we'll look for longs. Because remember, this is strong resistance, especially this yellow line here, which was yesterday's low, I think. If it breaks through that, then it's going to take off. Now I could just sweep this liquidity though, and then drop. Let's draw that up too. If it makes a high after it sweeps this liquidity here, then it's going to reverse. The market is closed on Friday. What's Friday?
What? Market closed? What?
On Friday. Yeah,
What?
it's closed on Friday.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure that's what I
Closed
just
all
heard.
day, bank holiday.
Yeah, Friday, April the 18th. Oh, Good Friday. Yeah.
Damn. I mean, it's also closed on Monday, right? Yeah. But why Friday, bro?
It's closed on Monday
Well,
too.
it's not closed on. No, that's only Euro. USD is open because it's like Eastern or
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's this
That,
Monday,
that's
yeah.
that's this Sunday is Easter, I think.
This week is shit, bro.
Yesterday
Like,
was we had a pretty good day though
it doesn't
yesterday.
look like I'm gonna take a trade today. Oh, wait, tomorrow it's Thursday. Tomorrow should be
Mhm.
good then, and then Friday we cannot do anything.
No. The last
I'll
two
just
days
play
were good.
some GeoGuessr. Let's do a GeoGuessr stream Friday, guys. Let's do a GeoGuessr stream.
The last 2 days though we were profitable. I'm trying
Oh
to.
yeah, bro. Wait, let me share my screen. I had a crazy setup yesterday on YM though, and Q was shit yesterday. How did you trade in Q, bro?
We had a sniper entry on that one. If we would have held it from when we got in,
No.
that would have been like almost 9K right there. We literally were in drawdown for like $15 on the
Okay,
first trade. The first trade was only like a $15 drawdown.
I also showed this setup to a friend of me in the gym because he trades the same shit that I know. But he was looking at NQ and he missed it.
Well, let me see. Let me go over.
But I'll stream it real quick.
Oh, you're not on there yet.
Share screen.
Are you sharing your screen? I'm not on
Yeah.
Discord. Man, this thing is. What's this from yesterday?
Oh, what the fuck? In the 4 hour, got this sweep in. So then I just went to an entry time frame and I got my inversion and my change in the state of delivery. Chart looks so clean. Yeah. I don't have 8 indicators on my chart. I only have 2.
Did you
You
break
don't
even?
need indicators, but they can help you.
Did you break even on that trade, or did you end up taking profit?
What?
Did you take profit on that
Oh
trade, or
no,
did you?
yeah, it hit my full TP for like 500 pips.
That's nice.
Because we had the gap down and at the rollover, we had like a 200 pip gap. And I was holding it during that. But Monday I took a loss, so I needed that shit.
Let me get rid of this here.
What's NQ doing? Bro,
Chopping
are we
around.
serious? Are we fucking serious right now?
At this point, I'm just waiting for this to get swept, and then we'll look to take shorts.
Fuck this.
Is there a gap?
Fuck.
I didn't realize there was a gap right there.
Hell nah, bro.
Hmm. What? Oh, we can
Okay,
try to catch longs here, and then we'll play it back up to that order block on the 5 minute.
I'm tweaking, bro. I was showing you my trade on US30, and NQ just missed my sell entry by 2 ticks. What the fuck? I'll just keep trading YM. This shit is ass. NQ is ass.
Yeah, it needs to make its mind up. It don't know what it wants to do.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Why the fuck is this here?
Okay, looks like it wants to take all of this. Yeah,
That's for
we'll
sure.
we'll wait
Uh,
wait for price to come into here.
I didn't get my cell entry, so
Yeah, I missed it too. Oh well.
might get another one. This is open. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, price is just in the middle of nowhere right now.
yeah. But open did manipulate up now, so that's
Yeah.
one thinking cells. Like this move up, that's just open manipulating the other way. That's all I see. This is the wrong shit, bro. Manipulation. Same for news, by the way. Where's news lag? When was news? Here was news.
You
What
said
does
what?
news do? Manipulate to the upside and then go down. So with things like market open and like a red folder, they will always manipulate one side, and then afterwards it's most of the time trading to the other side, which is what's happening right now with open. We close below this. Could be a possible sell, but I don't think this is worth the 1R. I'm not taking a fucking 1R. Fuck that.
Nope.
I need at least 9R. No, I'm kidding, but I need at least just a 1 to 2, or I'm not taking it. And if I needed a 1 to 2 here, I would have been targeting in a random area. Is there anything here? These lows. We're not going there. Oh, actually, this might be if we can close below this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for longs from here. Yeah. Turn that off. So let's go to the 2 minute.
Ugh. I'm surviving on caffeine right now.
This might be the drop,
Slept for
Kevin.
fucking
Hmm?
5 hours or something, bro. I think I'm cooked.
That's all you
5 hours
need.
of sleep, and just take a lot of caffeine. Take care, Eversley. Good luck.
Yeah, we'll definitely look for
Yeah, I'm
longs
gonna
outside here.
wait for a 5-minute close and then see for a sell entry.
I don't know. I'm looking at buys. At least from here. Unless it breaks that, and then
Yeah,
I'll look
from the
for
low.
sales. Yeah. Then I'll look to
Yeah, but
long.
with how the higher time frame is looking,
Oh, you know what? I
like
didn't even
with
look
how
at
the
the.
4 hour is looking,
Yeah.
longs
Didn't
are
look at the. I didn't even look at that.
4 hour, bro.
I'm
Four
glad you
hour
said
close
so.
is crazy. The previous one.
Yeah. Well, no, because if it
So
ends
yeah,
up
I'm gonna
right
look for
here,
sales.
if it ends up right here, that's just making a double bottom. Like this candle that we're on. If this wick, if it's the wick that just comes down to this box,
Uh,
that's just a double bottom. That's just more liquidity for us to go up. Now, if this full body just smash into it, yeah, this shit is gone. This is no longer valid. But if we could just get a wick to tap into it, I'm fine with taking longs from there. I mean,
I'm gonna full port. Okay. I'm not trading. No, I'm just waiting. Waiting and watching candles.
that's all trading this. We just sit on
Shit.
our hands and wait.
I swear, shit. Sometimes it gets so boring.
It does. What?
Maybe that's also because I'm on like 600 milligrams of caffeine and I'm just tripping out, man.
Man, you trying to blow your heart up.
I think I'm gonna have to stop with taking so much caffeine. Nah, I'm trying to have a good time in the gym. Different, bro. I am getting stronger, so I'm doing something right. But I don't think it's the caffeine. I think it's all the eating I do. Let's see YM. YM has a crazy drop. Let's see if I can get tagged in on this. Or if it's just gonna leave us behind. Oh. Or 60.
We got a few more minutes until 10 o'clock. See if we could get a reversal here or a
Reversal.
continuation.
Yeah.
Either that or a continuation. Either one, I'm fine with. Move that there.
When been on the normal candles lately? Is that right? You've been looking at normal candles or not?
Yeah, someone asked me if I could show them what it looks like with normal candles, and I'm just trying to show that it don't really make a difference to me. I can like
Yeah.
you can really use any type of candles you want.
Nah, Haikanashi is for psychopaths. I'm kidding. Like they're good and bad at the same time because it gives you a good indication of volume, but it doesn't have the real price. That's why
Unless
it's
you change
confusing
it,
sometimes.
you could change it to real
So you
price
could
if you.
use a volume indicator now. If you're trading normal candles, a volume indicator might help. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, nice, bro. Still didn't get tagged in. Some unlucky day. Yes, furnace, same thing.
Yeah, if we can, we'll target this breaker structure right here. If we could get into the longs, we'll target this breaker structure on the 5 minute where it just started selling off at. So if we could break out from this area, from this box, we'll take longs.
Still, we're still trading within last Friday's high and low. Is that true? Where's
Yeah,
last Friday's high and low? Friday high. Nah, that's not right. Because on Monday we made a new high. And we just took London lows. Now we have one more low, there's like below that.
yeah. So it's probably gonna try to fake people out to go long right now. But I see another low right there. But they don't have to take that low out. They could just reverse. That's the thing.
It's going to. It's going to take it out.
Yeah, take this off.
I'm convinced.
If it could do that, then yeah, I'll definitely take longs from here.
Show when the magnet strat. Oh yeah, I had to do that. When you know the magnet strat, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you the magnet strat, man. I'll do that at the end. I'll show him how it's done.
So let me see if we can get it better.
YM and ES didn't take the low, so
We'll probably reject here at this VWAP and then come back down to fill this.
If we reverse here, there's like a perfect SMT entry.
Yeah, all we need is some volume, some bullish volume to take us outside of this order block here.
Yeah, but we have Powell, so there's
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna be any volume.
oh yeah. So today is kind of tough, but fuck it, we're gonna do what we can do.
I'm just making. Oh, what the fuck? Seems not right.
If we can come back down into here, like right here, well long, and then we'll just put our stops below here at like 18,500.
Where's this?
Let me put this here. Try to close price in right there on the 15 minute. So this white line that I just put up is the top of the 15-minute order block right there. But right above that is the VWAP. So like I said, I probably could tap into the VWAP and then take this liquidity. But if it starts to break through here, like with strong momentum, then it's probably not going to take this out until later on. This 4 hour low right here. Let's see. We can. Damn, missed my entry. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just not seeing any volume. So I don't want to get too trigger happy. And then it just vacuums right back into here. So we're going to wait. See if we get some volume right here to kick in. So let me see what it looks like on Heikin candles. Yeah, I'm not convinced to take longs just yet, especially since this candle got this long wick at the top and a long wick at the bottom. Maybe this next 15-minute candle that opens will give us a better idea of where it wants to go. I'm not seeing any clean setups. This is chop everywhere. Mm, this will be risky. Let me see what the 1 minute looks like. No, I was gonna say short here and target this liquidity, but nope. That's that's risky. Let's see, price is trying to fight to go back up, so I'm not even gonna attempt to do that. I'm gonna just wait for the setup that I want right here. Now I think we could take it short from here. Let me go to regular candles. We'll take two. Hold on. I want this next one to close with most of the body below here, and then we'll take it short right there. So let's do three, and our stop would be above. Oh, that's a big ass stop. Let's do 300 there. And then our take profit would be right here at the top of that box. Now you could get out right now if you want. You can make your money back and then try to get a better entry, or you can just hold. So we're just targeting the top of this box right here. There, look, made your money back plus 300. I'm going to hold for full TP. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss, and that'll be the two trades for today. And right there, you almost doubled the money that you lost on the first one if you took it. But we're just going to keep on holding for this area here. Stopped out. All right, that's the two trades, two losses. It could have been the one if you took profit at like 900 or something. But price action is shitty today, so 600 down today if you did hold for that second when it got stopped out. Let me take this off. So you want to look for longs at, let's see, 18,500. That's where you want to look to take longs at. And then you want to look for shorts at, let's see, around here, this 18,676. You'll look for shorts there. Yeah, that's all. That's all the trades that I'm taking. Does anybody have any questions about anything before I get off of here? Let me start the recorder. Oops.